Okay.
This is probably the scariest thing. Second scariest thing.
Moving a gas line.
After moving the gas line, this would be the first scariest thing. We have to cut the hole into the island countertop. So what we did was for the sink, right? For the sink. So what we did was we took our old sink-based template, because we're reusing the same sink, and we laid it on top of here and marked it out. And Will had a really great idea to cut this whole saw. Take the whole saw and cut a hole in the middle and then take measurements. The reality is our sink is so big that it barely fits into this cabinet.
Yeah, inside the sink.
We have a 1/2 inch on either side and an inch to the front and the back.
But the reason why we did this part right here was so that I could stick the measuring tape underneath so we could see where the measurements were here, just to make sure we weren't going too far to the left or too far to the right. But we actually, this is pretty perfect if we get on the lines.
We did a good job. Now we gotta cut the hole and hope we don't ruin the damn thing.
I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting it. Nope. Not getting blamed. Not getting blamed.
I'm gonna give it up to the old $19 skill saw because it was going through a piece of 2x lumber and a piece of plywood in order to get that cut, and it took about 25 minutes just to cut the hole out. And we've not tested it, but there it is. And whoever thought of putting the tape around the edges so that you don't mar the surface of whatever you're cutting on?
Genius.
Genius. Do you want to say hello to Will's little friend?
Say hello to my little friend.
Now that has not been Will's friend in the past.
But what I did was I put it down here, and so that, because thank God we had the pilot hole in the middle, so I could hold it, because I put this underneath so that it would hold it up just in case it tried to fall, because you don't want it to fall on all the plumbing that's down in there and break everything, and then we would have sawdusty water everywhere.
Now, we have not put the sink in yet, so we don't know if this even works, but the hole is cut, so we'll see in a minute.
What you saw Tony do on the fast forward too is the big hole in the middle wasn't good enough, so what we did was at each point in the corners, we pre-drilled another hole so that you could, you know, skill saw to the hole, turn, skill saw to the hole, turn. So
now we have a funny shaped sink. Our sink is an octagon. Right. It's a big cast iron white porcelain octagon that you'll see in a minute. But hey, stop sign. It's an octagon.
Just making sure. It's elongated octagon.
Now
it's confused me.
I counted before I said that. I looked at it and I went 1, 2, 8 octagon. All right, we're gonna try the sink. Well, we can't actually do dishes. but the sink is in its place.
It needs to be caulked, but that's it.
It needs caulked, it needs
cleaned,
all plumbed and put together, but bam!